home for the weekend, I'm excited for three things. The first two, of course, seeing my parents in my own bed. But the third, excuse me, is seeing the cookie jar on the kitchen counter filled with my mom's most famous and delicious chocolate chip cookies with pecans. Now, a lot of people might think this is a little childish, which, I mean, it probably is, but who cares? Who doesn't love chocolate chip cookies? But it's exciting for me because it's like one of my most favorite memories growing up as a kid. This is probably one of the easiest recipes that I have ever learned. So today, I am going to be presenting you the most easiest recipe in all of the world, but also what you need regarding utensils and ingredients to make these delicious cookies. So, before you start baking, you need your utensils. So what you need is a small and large mixing bowl. You need some measuring spoons and cups, a hand mixer, cookie scoop and a spatula, and you also need baking sheets and cooling racks. Now that we have our utensils, let's move to ingredients. For your ingredients, you need 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda and salt. You also need a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. You need 2 sticks of softened butter. And you also need 2 large eggs. I didn't bring those because I didn't want them to break. You need 3/4 cups of packed brown sugar, and you also need 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. I think that's it. Okay. Now that we have our ingredients, let's get to baking. Before you do anything, preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So while that's preheating, let's start with our small bowl. You want to take your flour, your salt, and your baking soda, and you want to mix them really, really good. And then, when you're done with that, you move to your larger bowl. Now, with baking, it's like a chemical reaction, so you want to put your ingredients in order. Otherwise, your product won't turn out like it's supposed to be. So, in your large bowl, you take your softened butter and your brown sugar and your regular sugar, and you want to mix that up really, really well into a nice, soft, creamy texture. After you're done with that, you take 1 egg, beat it in there, and then you take the other egg and you do the same process. After you're done with that, you take your flour mixture. Now, you don't want to pour it all in there at once because it's really, really hard to get everything mixed together. So gradually pour it in. Then, you move to your chocolate chips and pecans. Oh, and I forgot to tell you all about this too. You want 2 cups of chocolate chip morsels, and you also want a cup of chopped nuts, in this case pecans. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Like your flour mixture, you want to gradually mix these in because, like I said earlier, if you pour it all in at once, it's going to be really hard to mix. So just gradually pour it in. Now, you take your hand mixer, and I'm not going to mix it because it's 1, it's loudly, and 2, it's a big mess. So when you mix all that together, this is what your product's going to look like. Try not to scoop bits out because you don't want people getting sick or anything. Okay, when you're done with that, you want to take your cookie scoop. Now, it's important to use a cookie scoop because it makes that nice round, I guess, texture or, I can't think of the word right now, but it's nice round shape, that's it. And then it's like an ice cream scoop. They make nice round shape and then put it on the cup. So, you take your cookie scoop and then you scoop it up and you place it on your baking sheets. Now that that's ready, we're ready to move to the final part. You take your baking sheet and you put it in the oven. And you want to maybe bake them around 9 to 11 minutes. We usually do it for 10 to 11 minutes, but until it's a nice golden brown. And then when they're done, you take them out of the oven, and here's the secret. You don't want to scoop them right onto the cooling rack. You want to let them cool on the baking sheet for at least 2 minutes. Otherwise, if you take them off right then, they're just going to crumble. So, for 2 minutes, and then you put them on the cooling rack to finish cooling off. Now here's the best part. When they're done cooling on the cooling rack, you're ready to enjoy and savor the taste of chocolate chip cookies with pecans.